Hello again, basketball fans. Welcome to another edition of High School Hoops Weekly. We've been absent for 2 weeks now, so we're going to get right into it. We've got a long show, and this kid's got a lot of wind, so we're going to jump right into it. And the first thing we missed, our top storyline, is a record breaker. Let's talk about the Waccamaw girls and a certain someone who set a scoring record.
CJ Melvin out in Elizabethtown. You probably heard her name before. I know we've said it a bunch of times before.
Yes.
Courtney Melvin broke the East Bladen school scoring record last Friday out at in a game against South Columbus. She's got 2,296 points after 17 points this past Tuesday. So quite a career for Courtney Melvin and a big night for her. I know we've got that highlight lined up. A great shot at the end of the half. She scored 17 points in the first half of that game to break the record. And the buzzer beater at the end of the first half was the game winner for her. Actually, the toughest shot she had hit all night was that one.
Right. And we got a little bit of what the coach had to say right there on the court, so let's go to that now.
She puts her team first, and they have been there for her. And you know, there's been a lot of great players come through here, and I certainly appreciate the time and effort that CJ has put into our program. She works in the off season, she works after practice, she works in the morning at 4 o'clock. She is a student athlete coming out of East Bladen. We are very proud of her, and I'm very happy to present her this game ball.
It took her 17 points in that game to break that record, 21 she had on the night. East Bladen stays undefeated in that conference. North Brunswick right there behind them. Let's go over to the boys' side of the Waccamaw Conference right now.
Sure thing. Staying in Bladen County, West Bladen's running the table in the Waccamaw Conference. They've been pretty dominant. Also worth mentioning out there, Whiteville is having a really good year this year. They got some nice players. I know Dan Spears, our sports editor, went out there and covered a story with Whiteville, so he's had some good things to say about them. South Brunswick. Dan McGugan's got a good squad out there. They're 7-4 in the conference right now on a little hot streak. So watch out for the Cougars here down the stretch.
Absolutely, but that's not the only conference to Waccamaw. We got another conference with another team that's up top there, Pender, as we thought they would be. What are they doing right now?
The Patriots are dominant. 10-0 in the conference. They're on a 14-game winning streak in the boys.
Yep.
In that conference race. Gary Battle's got his team firing on all cylinders. Addison Sproul, Kenyon Pittman, and a great supporting cast of a lot of athletes. Gary Battle really excited about this Pender boys team. He really thinks they can go a long way in the postseason.
And in case you missed it on Wednesday, Powell had a really good write-up on Addison Sproul and what he really means to that Pender team. So check that one out, so long as you're on the website right here. But we've got other races, other conferences, the Mid-Eastern. That's why we're here right now at Hoggard High School.
Really, the Mid-Eastern Conference, as far as the top goes, everything's already wrapped up. New Hanover has finished up top in the boys, and Hoggard, practicing behind us, has wrapped up things in the girls' race. Hoggard's actually going to New Hanover, that big rivalry game tonight. With the girls at least have a chance to go undefeated in the conference. First time that's happened since 2006, 2007. A very good Laney team back then. So I'm sure that the Vikings and Coach Ray Beatty will love to run that table in the Mid-Eastern Conference. Also in that conference, Laney's locked up second place. A really surprising Laney team. New Bern's wrapped up third place. Yep. And the last game in the girls' slate that you got to watch out for is between Rose and Ashley. Ashley's 2-7 in the conference. Rose is 3-6. If Rose loses to New Bern tonight and Ashley beats Laney, then Ashley's in. But if that doesn't happen, if Ashley loses or if Rose wins, Ashley's out. So the Screaming Eagles have to get some work done tonight. They've had a rough go of it this conference season, but they've still got a chance to make some things happen in the postseason.
Absolutely. Let's have a little bit more fun with some of the graphics on our standings. Let's move some things around. Give us the situation in the middle half of the boys.
Absolutely. We got in the middle half of the boys, obviously you've got New Hanover at the top, 8-1, and Hoggard's in firm position at second at 6-3. Ashley and Laney are the two teams that can switch up here. Ashley's sitting pretty at 5-4. They've had a couple tough losses, but Laney, after starting out 14-0, is now 4-5 in the conference after a loss to New Bern. That's New Bern's only win in the conference. So right now, Laney and Ashley are in a difficult tiebreaker situation. If Laney wins at Ashley tonight, Laney will finish third at 5-5. But if Ashley wins, Ashley stays in third place at 6-4, and Laney will fall to fourth. So that game decides who gets third and fourth seed in the conference. As far as knocking this up, falling down to fifth potentially, neither team will do that because both of them has tiebreakers against Rose.
Well, I know you had a chance to catch up with some of the Hoggard guys. They're going into that matchup against Hanover. Let's see what they have to say about this and about where they're at as the season comes down to an end.
All right, guys, I'm here with couple of Hogger players. We got junior Tyler Thayer over here and senior Lawson Aaron's on the other side. We're going to talk a little bit about y'all's season so far and what it's going to be tomorrow night. So we'll start off with Lawson, the senior. He's got some seniority. So tell me a little bit about this rivalry with New Hanover and what this is going to mean to you guys. You've beaten them twice this season already. How much you guys want to spoil their senior night tomorrow night?
Well, for me, Hanover's always been like just a big rivalry ever since I remember being a sophomore on varsity. I had no idea how big it was until you're actually playing in the game. So to go 3-0 against Hanover this year would be something big.
Hoggard's really been peaking this year. You guys have had a lot of success in the last couple games, especially at home. Tyler, let's bring it back to you. What's been the secret to you guys' success? What's been going right for you guys so far in this last stretch?
You know, I mean, we're playing with a lot of confidence right now. We're playing with a lot of motivation. You know, I mean, Hanover did wrap up conference last night, but we still have a lot to play for, a lot of momentum going into the playoffs, not just conference tournament, but state playoffs as well. And so we're just trying to keep building our momentum and just keep playing confident and, you know, keep streaking. I think we've won our last 3 now, something like that, before Rose, so we're looking to keep it going.
The rivalry. This was the rivalry week. And for a lot of these area teams, and also the rivalry week for colleges. In fact, fun fact I just found out, this guy's a Carolina fan, this guy's a Duke fan. We've got a little bit of split family in the house. Yep. So I'm going to put you guys on the spot. Let's start with the Duke guy. Tyler, give me a prediction for the game tonight. What do you think is going to happen?
I'm going, you know, close, but the seniors for Duke and the inexperience of Carolina with the freshmen, we'll spread it out to at least double digits by the end of the game.
All right, Lawson?
I think it'll be a close game. I think in the end Carolina will pull it out. I mean, Harrison Barnes has been getting better, and I'll say about win by 8. I'll give you guys 8.
All right, there you have it. We got a couple of budding, if not basketball stars, then definitely sportscasters down the line. And thanks for your time, guys. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Hey, pal, thanks so much. You know, that's definitely a game that we look forward to every single year. They play twice, always end with each other in the regular season, and they do for a reason. But now, just like last week, where you did so good, we're coming down to the wire. The buzzer's about to sound. Give us your 3-pointer to end it.
You know, they like to go to me in crunch time with the 3-pointer, so point number 1 is in the zone. Zone defense has been a topic of discussion, at least in the Mid-Eastern Conference so far. You've had Ashley running that really good 2-3 zone with really effectiveness. And you've had Hoggard actually switch to a zone against Ashley just last night and ran it really effectively. Brett Queen was really happy with how the zone played. So they may see a little bit more of that. Also, New Hanover has implemented an entire zone offense because they've been seeing so much zone defense. So the Wildcats are starting to learn how to pick apart that zone. Been very effective, and it showed against Ashley when the Wildcats downed them earlier this season. Point number 2, fast starters. Not so hot on those this season. In the boys MEC race, we've talked about it. Laney started out 14-0, and they're 4th in the conference. So things don't always end the way they start. Also in the girls race, the same thing happened. You've got the Ashley girls started out 11-2 on the season, and now are 2-6 in the conference. They're having a lot of trouble picking up some wins in a really tough conference. Yep. So that's, you know, the conference play is what matters. We've said that time and time again, but just another illustration of just how important that is. And finally, senior days. This week is full of those last games for a lot of those seniors. So congratulations to all those guys that spent 4 years working, sweating and hitting the deck, hitting the floor for rebounds, loose balls, doing all the things for that long. Congrats on a career, and best of luck to you.
Pal, thanks for your 3 points. Seniors, thanks for your great season. You still got some playoffs to go. You still got the final couple weeks, couple games of your careers. Best of luck to whatever you guys decide to do. Fast starters, slow finishes, lots of good things going on. Hoggard Hanover is the big feature rivalry of the week. Like we said, we're here at Hoggard. We'll be back for you next week to preview some of the playoffs. We'll preview some of we'll review some of what happened on Friday night. In the meantime, stay locked on the website. You're already here, so keep looking around at everything that we have updated for you. Stories, stats, standings, everything. Pal, anything else?
Just get ready for the postseason. It's going to be a wild ride.